Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Renewing our series of Top 10 Tuesday. Here with Americana Sam, Glen Kellaway from the basement. Today's topic, top 10 songs of the 1960s. And the one caveat is you cannot repeat an artist. So 10 different artists, 10 favorite songs or best songs, however you choose to assemble your list. So tonight's order is going to be Glen first, Sam second, and myself third. Glen's going to start with his 10 through 6, and we'll work our way to the top. Difficult chore this time. Hundreds, literally tens, maybe 1,000 great songs in the 60s, and whittling them down to 10. Herculean task, so to speak. So, Glen, what do you got?
Okay, I just want to say that I went with my 10 favorite songs rather than what I think are the 10 greatest songs of the 60s. So, gotcha. And thank you, Rich, for hosting this as always. And please subscribe to Rich's channel. Okay, number 10. My favorite song from The Who. I Can See for Miles and Miles and Miles and Miles. I love that song.
Great pick.
Keith Moon's drumming in that is freaking amazing. Great track. Number 9. Song written by Dave Mason off Joe Cocker's album Little Help from My Friends, and that would be Feeling All Right, the opening track from this song. Man, I love that song so much. Great song from Joe Cocker and Mr. Mason.
A lot of good covers of that, but that is the definitive version.
Number 8, Ben Morrison's classic album, Astro Weeks, and the song Madame George. I just love that song. Especially the end of it when that violin part comes in and they just keep, it's just so beautiful.
It's great.
Number 7. I think one of the greatest songs of all time. If I was doing a list of the top songs of all time, this would be in my top 10. That would be The Weight.
Yes.
The band. I never get tired of that song. Ever.
Me neither. A gem.
Yep.
And number 6. Donovan's Season of the Witch.
Nice.
Oh, I love that track. And I don't care if you listen to the Donovan version. I don't care if you listen to the Super Session version, which came out in the 60s with Stephen Stills and Al Cooper. Or I don't care if you listen to this great version by Brian Auger and Julie Driscoll and the Trinity, Season of the Witch. All three are incredible.
Nice.
Great tunes.
They are great tunes. All of them are great tunes. That last one was a surprise, though. I didn't see that coming, but I love it. Great. All right, Sam, what do you got 10 through 6?
Yeah, I'm kind of like with Glenn. These aren't, necessarily the greatest masterpieces of the 60s, but they're 10 favorites that I have right now, but it's a never-changing list. Number 10, I thought I'd go with a little bit of soul from Sam Cooke, 1962, Bring It On Home to Me.
Nice.
Love Sam. He's the definitive soul singer, in my opinion. Such an influential guy, life cut too short. So Bring It On Home to Me, fantastic. Number 9 from the debut by Crosby, Stills and Nash, the opening track, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes from 1969. That's like the first real song from them that I fell in love with. That great open tuning by Stephen Stills. It's long, but it speeds by. I mean, for me, the greatest version's from Woodstock. The album version is great, but the Woodstock version is pinnacle. So, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, his tribute to Judy Collins. Number 8, also from 1969, I'm going to go with a favorite of all of ours by CCR and their song Lodi. That's my favorite CCR song.
Excellent.
Kind of got that country tune, kind of feel to it. It's about a musician kind of stuck in the same town, never really making it in Lodi, California. It's a fantastic tune. Love that song. Number 7, my favorite of the classic era Monkees songs. That's Papa Jean's Blues from
great pick.
1966. Yeah, Michael Nesmith. It's his first songwriting credit. It's on the first Monkees album. And yeah, it's just a quick little under 2-minute tune. But I've always loved it. And yeah, Nez is my guy. Everybody that knows my channel knows that. And then to round out those first five, coming in at number 6, also from 1967, A Day in the Life. It's my favorite Beatles song, from Sgt. Pepper. You know, it's so experimental. What an ending to that album. You've got the great collaborative effort of John and Paul, one of the last really great John and Paul, you know, co-sung tunes. I mean, there were others that obviously would go up until the end, but this is one of the last real great ones, with Paul kind of doing that middle 8 of the, you know, woke up, fell out of bed part, and then John doing the trippy verses. So Day in the Life from Sgt. Pepper coming in at number 6.
Wow. Good choices, Sam.
Yeah, you each had, or each have one of my choices. So very cool. And it killed me to leave CCR off. They were one of my last cuts. Not Lodi, but a different song. But here we go. Number 10. Simon and Garfunkel's The Boxer comes in at number.
I thought that was on my short list.
I had to have it. Could have went with Sound of Silence. Could have went with I Am a Rock. I love all those songs, but The Boxer is their best song for me. Number 9. The Great Time of the Season by the Zombies.
Ah, yeah.
Love that song. An all-time favorite since I can remember where I was when I first heard it, and it stuck with me, almost 60 years later, whatever it is. Fantastic. Number 8, a beautiful song by the Kinks. Waterloo Sunset is my number 8. You think of them as more of these rebel-rouser, early punk, hard-hitting rock band, but this is just a gentle, beautiful, whimsical tune that I love. Number 7. I don't have a copy of it, believe it or not. I don't have any of this artist in my collection. I have it on a compilation, but I didn't want to bring that out. And that is Procol Harum's A Whiter Shade of Pale.
Oh, yeah.
Number 7. That is an unbelievably great tune. The lyrics, the whole organ, whatever is behind it. Love it. Songwriting 101, as I always say, the best of the best. Number 6, it was mentioned earlier by Glenn, The Wait. Music from Big Pink. Robbie Robertson and company. I like how the different voices play in here too. You got Danko with a verse, you got Levon, you know, of course in the waltz, you got the staple singers adding to it, but this is the original timeless song. So that's number 6 for me.
Wow, awesome. You need some Procol Harum albums in your collection.
I know.
Don't worry about hits. Just buy any album that has Procol Harum's name on it. There's not one bad album.
Yeah, I know I'd love it because everything I've heard of them I love. So there you go. All right, number 5. One at a time here. Number 5, Glenn.
Number 5. I'm going with my Bob song. Man, I was joking with Rich earlier. I could have done one Bob Dylan song and then 9 covers of Bob Dylan songs. It would have been a perfect 10. Yeah. I went with Visions of Johanna. I didn't know what to. I mean, I thought about taking like a Rolling Stone but it's kind of the I guess the most influential, hard-hitting song of his from the 60s. But my favorite song is Visions of Johanna off my favorite Dylan album, Blonde on Blonde. So I had to go with that at number 5.
Awesome.
Well, number 5 for me is going to be one of those Dylan covers. And it's my favorite song just by a hair by the Byrds, even though my second favorite song by them is also a Dylan cover. But I'm going to go with My Back Pages.
Yeah.
From 1967, from Younger Than Yesterday. They shortened it. They made it into a pop tune. And just, the most Bird song, I think, of the Bird songs. I think it's fantastic. And I always say, I was so fortunate to see McGuinn and Hillman do that. They opened their show with it back in 2018 with Marty Stewart. It was just a moment I'll never forget of them walking out and McGuinn with that Rickenbacker 12-string. Yeah, My Back Pages from the Byrds. It's the first song I play for somebody that doesn't know the Byrds. So
Very cool.
It's a great song. Number 5. This is the Buffalo Springfield.
Ooh.
For What It's Worth. Classic protest song. It's Stephen Stills, Neil Young. That band gave us those two guys, and they went on to further careers. But it's an all-time 60s song. Let's face it.
It is.
You just hear that beginning, the opening, and you know you're in the 1960s. And they've used it in tons of movies, tons of soundtracks.
Yeah,
it's a beauty. So it's going to make my top 5 at number 5.
If you ever wanted to introduce a newbie to the 60s,
yeah,
that song would have to be on the list.
Yep.
Stop. Hey, what's that sound? There you go.
What are we, number 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 4 from one of my favorite bands, King Crimson, and their mind-blowing first album from 1969, and the song Epitaph. It's absolutely the most beautiful song, and the words could still, like if you listen to it, you think it was written in 2025. Incredible song, very powerful. Epitaph, number 4.
Woo, getting up there.
All right, number 4. This might be kind of a the dark horse of my whole group, but it's the second oldest song. The Sam Cooke song was the oldest. This is from 1963, and I'm going to go with the Ronettes' "Be My Baby."
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Phil Spector's masterpiece. It was this song Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys always said was his favorite song. That's the song he listened to when he was, laying in bed for a couple of years, and just you hear that. I think it's the Hal Blaine kick drum at the start, and from what I understand, that was not supposed to make it into the final cut. It was that he was just counting off, and you get that doom 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 bop, and then that's the hook of the whole song right there, is that drum, and then Ronnie Spector and the Ronettes singing that. It's fantastic. It's like the best of like the girl group, mid 60s songs for me. So Be My Baby by the Ronettes, number 4.
Great pick. Nice to have the ladies represented too in our lists. Very good. Number 4 for me, God Only Knows. One of the best arranged, the harmonies, the melody, Brian Wilson's genius exposed for the world to see. Pet Sounds album, 1966. Got to have it on the list pretty high for me.
I'd be willing to bet my Beatles mono box set that's not the last time we'll hear about the Pet Sounds album. Before this,
you gotta bring up Let's Go Away for a while.
Okay, number 3. This song would have been, up until 2 or 3 years ago, this would have been my number 1 pick of all time for the 60s. But since the band's kind of, I don't know, lost its luster to me in the last year or two, but the Beatles, my favorite Beatles song, Strawberry Fields Forever, is number 3.
It's quite a come down, Glenn. Come on.
I've heard of them.
Can I say?
Honesty is the best policy.
Number 3. All right, 1964. This is my Bob pick. Even though I've already had a Bob Dylan song, I figured that didn't count. Number 3 for me, my favorite Dylan song from the 60s, With God on Our Side.
Oh, yeah, great song.
The times they are changing. And especially now, I've been listening to the new Bob Dylan box set, which, kind of ends around the time of Times They Are Changing. And yeah, I think it's, possibly Bob's my favorite song by him is Every Grain of Sand, but With God on Our Side might be the one that's like the most lyrically fulfilling. Just so many great lines, and just like that big punch at the end of, stopping the next war. It's just a fantastic protest song by Bob. So With God on Our Side from 64.
Great song. Fantastic.
What
am I doing? Number 3.
3.
Well, this was hard. I had to pick a Rolling Stones song just to make it seem like the 60s. I'm going with Sympathy for the Devil off of Beggar's Banquet.
Ooh, good one.
That's my choice. I could have went and 8 or 9 different directions for the Stones. But that's the one that still resonates, I guess, for the 60s feel and the imagery and the vocal, just fantastic. So I'm going to go with Sympathy for the Devil at number 3.
It's funny, between it was a coin flip for me to pick between Madame George and No Expectations.
Yeah, great song.
And you were talking about songs that show up in movies. That's a song that's
Yes.
often in movie trailers. It's we were just at a movie the other week, and it was in a trailer for a new movie.
Yeah.
Rich already mentioned this song. It's number 2 for me. Could have been number 1. It was a coin flip. Waterloo Sunset.
Nice.
Kinks. I just think that is one of the greatest songs of all time. It just
It
the
is.
melody, everything about that song is just absolutely perfect. A 10 out of 10 song for me.
Yes.
Great. And I know I always mention it, but there's a great version by Colin Hay from Men at Work of that song. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And there's a David Bowie version that you can listen to on YouTube that's from the new box set that just came out.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Number 2 for me is, again, a very sentimental pick now because it was just recently played at my wedding while we were cutting the cake. And that's going to be from an album that Rich mentioned earlier, 1968. This Will Be Our Year by the Zombies. It's my favorite Zombie song.
Oh, cool.
It's a song that's played at a lot of weddings. And actually, if I remember right, Colin Blunstone sang it at his daughter's wedding not too long ago.
Wow.
So imagine, your dad's the lead singer of the Zombies, and he's doing,
Yeah.
one of the best love songs ever. But just a beautiful little 2.5 minute song. Love the piano by Rod Argent, and it's such a great gem from that record. So 1968, This Will Be Our Year.
Number 2 for me. It's hard to put these guys at number 2 when you think of the 60s, but that's what I'm doing. A Day in the Life. Sam had this earlier. Just a trippy, psychedelic masterpiece. I love the way it's done in sort of two between John and Paul, their own styles and their own vocals and vibe. It's a beauty. So that's number 2, and only beaten out by one song. So we'll see. Number 1. Glenn.
Drum roll. Another one Rich mentioned earlier. A Whiter Shade of Pale.
Oh, wow. Nice one. Nice one.
Perfect song. Now I'm showing the debut Procol Harum album. It was not on the album. It was just a single, but I think in later reissues of this album, it did appear on it. It does appear as a bonus track on this reissue, the anniversary reissue. But yeah, Whiter Shade of Pale, just lyrically, musically. Gary Brooker's got the I don't know if there's a better singer on the planet than Gary Brooker was.
Not for that song.
That's song. And John Lennon actually said one time that's the one song he wished he had have written.
Nice tribute.
I just recently listened to it on the oldie station here, and it was one of the first times in a long time that I've actually listened to it without any distractions. And I remember told a couple of friends that I said, that song is just so great. I said, I hadn't listened to it in a while. And I'm like, that's way up there.
Yeah.
Way, way up there.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Sam? Number 1.
Well, big shock because it's my favorite song of all time from 1966. Not of all time, not just 1966. God Only Knows from Pet Sounds.
Hey, I keep my Beatles mono set on.
That's right. Yeah, no hands were shook.
I know you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean it's a masterpiece. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all, except maybe that it's too short. But I think it's just
it is the best song on that album too, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's
no doubt.
And getting to hear Brian do it back in 2016, it's like hearing Bach do one of his, compositions. It was just, it was an experience I'll never forget. For me, it's the greatest song ever, and it's obviously the best of the 60s. So God Only Knows for me.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, here he comes, Mr. Predictability, number 1, Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan. That was my first pick out of the hat, and I couldn't find anything else to beat it. It's timeless. It's, you know, it is what it is. If you hear it, you'll love it. And I just love the lyrics. They're classic Dylan lyrics. And
yeah, if you asked us to do a top 10 greatest songs of the 60s, that would have been my number one.
Yeah. Well, I did a half and half. I did what I thought were the 5 greatest songs, and I sprinkled in 5 personal favorites, and that filled my list. I just want to mention that the 3 of us come up with 10 songs each. None of us picked Led Zeppelin. None of us picked The Doors. None of us picked Jimi Hendrix. None of us picked Cream. CCR was picked once, and I almost went with Nights in White Satin, which is one of my favorite moody blues songs of all time, but that couldn't cut the mustard. If we were doing the 20, maybe some of those bands, it was tough to leave Whole Lot of Love out of there for me, or Ramble On, or some of these songs that I love from Led Zeppelin, because they were influential as hell.
The song I regret leaving off is My Boy Lollipop by Millie Small.
Millie Small. Well, I almost went with Snoopy versus the Red Baron by the Royal Guardsmen.
That song makes my heart go giddy up.
Yeah. I had a few songs. I mean, I had Waterloo Sunset was on my short list. I had it written down. My Van Morrison song was Sweet Thing from Astro Weeks. I also had The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. I had an old from, I think, 61, Runaway by Del Shannon was on my short list.
Great song.
Gloria by them. Carrie Ann by the Hollies is one of my favorites. And then my Simon and Garfunkel pick was Kathy's song. So
yeah, mine would have been The Boxer. That got serious consideration for sure.
Yeah.
And the Beatles could, have filled how many different spots. If I didn't go with A Day in the Life, it probably would have been Here Comes the Sun or something off Abbey Road. But
we should actually, at sometime in the future, we should do a Paul Simon top 10 Paul Simon songs, including Simon and Garfunkel and solo.
Whew.
I'm in.
That'd be hard.
We'll have to do that sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe a tough one.
We could do it, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to thank everybody for watching. Please leave some of your favorite 60 songs that we missed, or verify some of the ones that we talked about. Go over and subscribe to Americana Sam, Glen Kellaway from the Basement. Both links will be in the description below. We'll be back next week with a different top 10 list. So for Sam and Glenn, this is Rich. Take care. See you next time. Bye.